Hey, happy Wednesday. Have to unmute myself. Come on in. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Sophistication Chat. Come on. I have entered the chat. Y'all come on in into this chat because we got some good stuff to talk about tonight. So come on in the room. The chat room, that is. Let me finish getting my stuff together as the people come in. Oh, it's been a long day, a long week. Where my people at? Come on in the room, people. I'm starting to learn how to work all these different devices at one time. See, I'm not supposed to hear that. I'm getting feedback. All right, there we go. Oh, yeah. Hey, come on in. Come on in. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Where my people at? I'm going to wait for the people to come in before we chit chat. We got some good stuff tonight. Say hey as you come in. Hey, Bridget. Hey, Boo. Thank you for tuning in. How's your Wednesday? Hey, Carla. Hey, Virgo sister. Come on in. Make sure y'all tag some people, tag some folk, share the live, tag some people that you think need to hear this. Y'all know, remember, we talking about narcissism today. Narcissist or no? And I found some good stuff, y'all. Yes, Virgo Nation. Yes. I found some good stuff too. So I'm eager to share. Just waiting for the people to come on in here. They coming in slow tonight. But yes, I'm definitely excited to talk about tonight. Um, I know y'all was here last week and we was talking about judging versus being judgmental and also accountability. So that strolled on over to the narcissism. And the stuff I've been reading, I had to side out myself. I was like, am I a narcissist? But no, I'm in the time where I'm just having my selfish moment. I think I started that last year when I started choosing and putting me first. And I kind of had to take a break because some boy is graduating this year. So, it's about him right now. But then I'm going to go back to living my best life without having a broke best friend no more. What they call the kids, especially the teenagers or the young adult kids, they the broke best friends. to be out in your pockets, even with a job. It don't mean nothing. Hey y'all, say hey when y'all come in. Y'all entering the chat. Finally, come on in. Or was y'all expecting me to be late this week? Y'all came in late because y'all thought I was gonna be late. I'm gonna put the link in the I'm gonna share the link too. I know I got a couple inboxes today about the link for iPop's Mother's Day brunch on May 12th. So I'm gonna make sure I pin the link. I don't know if it pinned last week. I tried to do it towards the end. I think I think somebody said it did, but I'm gonna make sure I do it now ahead of time. So I know it's up there. I ain't gonna wait till the last minute. Hey cousin. So let me get to that. Put this link on up in here. How y'all week been? Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me nice. How y'all week been? How's it been going? The weather was nice the past couple days. What did y'all do? Was y'all able to enjoy the weather? Because I really didn't. Outside of going running to the store, running some errands, I couldn't be like outside. I was a little upset about that. I wanted to get some of that good old weather. Some of that good old weather. I need to, man. You still in Ohio, Bridget? When you coming back? You having a good time in Ohio? What is it to do in Ohio? Like, I've never, have I ever been to Ohio? I don't think I ever been to Ohio. So, like, what is there to do? I know some of my relatives went. I think it's like a zoo there or something. My parents went and took some of the grandkids, but I've never been. Like, what's to do there? He said it's so country. Okay, you gonna be back tomorrow. Okay. But yeah. I mean, I kind of like the country to a certain extent. Like I have to have amenities like in my house if I like stayed in the country. So I wouldn't have to travel so much. I don't think I could stay in the country if I didn't like I would have to have a nice size house and land where I can have like everything I want to do right there. So I won't feel no type of way for being so far away from the city, away from stuff. Yeah. And them store runs gotta be planned out. Them store runs got to be planned out. Okay, you in Cincinnati. Okay. Well, listen, I'm ready to get into this chat. Okay, talk about narcissism. So the people gonna come in, they're gonna come in. I'm gonna talk regardless. Y'all know. I don't care if it's 2 people or 20 people or 200 people. It's time to chat. All right. So again, this week we wanted to talk about narcissism, some of the signs, how to recognize a narcissist, how to recognize to see if you are a narcissist. Because yeah, like I said, I was reading up on some stuff and I was like, I had to really do some self-evaluation. Like, wait, am I a narcissist or have I been a narcissist? Um, I've had my moments based off of some of this information. I've been toxic. And it's okay to admit that as long as you fix it. Once you admit that this is what's happening. Okay, you can recognize it so we can make some changes. Okay, again, that's just the Virgo in me too, because I be having a point to prove. That's just me. I do have to prove my point, and I feel like if you say one thing about me and I don't like it, I'm going to change it because of the simple fact I don't like that you think that about me, especially when I'm not intentional on being that way. Like that's not what I'm trying to give you. So let me go reevaluate and see how I could give you what I'm really trying to give you. So I'm gonna start off with this good old definition, of course, about what a narcissist is. Because I think people confuse narcissism with gaslighting sometimes too, because they can be one and the same. Because if you're insensitive and you're not able to identify or empathize with a person's feelings, whether what you did was intentional or not, that's still kind of like gaslighting them, making them feel like they tripping about feeling the way they feeling. But it also can be like a little narcissistic if you do that all the time, if that makes sense. So yeah, I was reading this stuff. I was really reading, y'all. So the definition of a narcissist is a person who has an excessive interest in or admiration of themselves. So it's excessive. So even that right there will make you be like, dang, am I a narcissist? Because I just really admire myself and I love myself and I think highly of myself, because there's nothing wrong with being confident, right? But I think there's a thin line between being very confident and then just arrogant and just because some level of arrogance be kind of like, oh, okay. But if you like arrogant and condescending and insensitive, it just makes you seem like an a-hole. Like, I feel like that's just what it is. So a person who has an excessive interest in or admiration of themselves. So this is a person who just all they think about is them, their only focus is them, their feelings, what they want to do, who they want to be. Like, they completely do not care about anybody else, what they're doing, what their feelings are, how they're making other people feel based on their decisions or what they're doing. It's really all about them. So as I read more into it, I'm like, okay, no, like, I'm not like that. My heart is too big to be that way. So that gave me confirmation that I am not a narcissist. I don't think the people that are close to me thinks I'm a narcissist either. I know they think I'm extra. That's okay. They should be used to that by now. So I'm not a narcissist. Okay. So some more interesting things that I had looked up was like symptoms and signs of narcissism. So how can you tell if you're dealing with a narcissist or if you are one? And I've learned that there are different types of narcissism, and there's even a disorder and a narcissism spectrum. Like, this is so this is like, this can get to the point where it's just really like a neurological thing. So some people that are narcissists don't even know that they're narcissists, because another thing I found out, this could be hereditary. So if you don't know your family history, that you might have a lineage of narcissists. That's crazy. And then, because that's like a generational curse that you need to break, right? That's crazy. So these are, hold on, let me get back to my notes, y'all. So some symptoms, let's go over the symptoms, because it says that it's a spectrum for narcissist behavior. So true narcissists, they frequently disregard others and their feelings. And they also do not understand the effect that their behavior has on other people. So narcissism is a trait. It could also be a part of a larger personality disorder. As I stated, it's called narcissistic personality disorder. Now, this is how, y'all, this is crazy. Like, you could be diagnosed for this. So those people that we know that's out here just like overly arrogant and full of themselves and has no care about anybody else around them, this actually might be something that they need to be medicated for. Ooh, I'm glad I got Jesus. So people who are on the highest end of the spectrum are those that are classified as NPD, the narcissistic personality disorder. But others with narcissistic traits, they can fall on the lower spectrum. And this can be the cause of narcissism. So this one was interesting to me. It can be genetics. I feel like I'm in class, y'all. Y'all got to talk back to me. So it can be genetics. Narcissism may be linked to your inherited characteristics, including certain personality traits. So again, this can be hereditary. It can just be genetic that you're this way. So what do we do when we're dealing with a person like this? Like, how do you find that out outside of like, does it have to really get extreme? That person got to really be toxic and you like, listen, you need to go get checked out. Go get your brain scanned because this is absurd. Like, how is this possible that you're this insensitive, that you're this full of yourself? Like, I feel like it has to get to that point because how else would you know that this person is a narcissist genetically? Or they just playing in your face? See, it's too confusing for me all the way around. So I would just want to not be around that person. Like, I'm gonna pray for you from a distance, but I can't deal with you because I don't know if you playing in my face or you really suffering from something that you can't really change unless you really put in the work because it's literally in you. It's literally in you. Hey, AT. That's crazy, right? Yes, like, yeah, cousin, for real. Cut off all communication. Like, how do you do that? Like, you really got to tell that person, go get checked. You need to be medicated. And then do you want to deal with a person that got to take medication to be sensitive to your feelings? Like, this really exists, y'all. Like, this really exists. Like, yes, it's really deep, Bridget. Like, for real. Like, if you really think about it, it's like this person could be like, I'm really trying to care for your feelings. I just can't. I just love me too much. Like, it's not funny, but like, what is happening here? I would feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. For real. For real. So, another symptom, and another type of reason why you can be a narcissist is, this one really tripped me out, y'all, because my family love me and I love my family and we always support each other and pump each other up. So when they said this, I was like, wowzers. So another thing could be, hold on, what is this? Oh, typo. All right. See, that Virgo caught it before I put it up there. Your environment. Your parents may have given you either too much adoration or too much criticism that didn't match your actual experiences or achievements. Yeah. So this thing is basically saying your own parents could have pumped your head up too much that when you got older, you really thought you was the ish, and you really not. Like, that's what I took from that. Like, your parents telling you, like, I'm so proud of you. You're amazing. You're the best child ever. Like, things you think as a parent you should tell your child, right? But it's like you're giving them false hope and you're making them think that they're more than what they really are. You're not being realistic with them and what they're doing with their achievements. Like, if you got a C average child, but you pumping their head up and rewarding them like they got straight A's on the honor roll. Like, that's how I looked at that. Because when I grew up in the household, I love my mama so much. I appreciate my mom. She she gave it to us straight. Like, it wasn't, she supported us and she rewarded us. But baby, if you walked in that house with a C, the look on her face says it all. Like, she don't even have to say nothing. It's just like I don't even want my mom to see my report card if it had a C on it, because the way she made you feel was like it was a F. Like, so the fact that your parents can just like either pump you up too much or be too critical on you, that now as you get older, you start to feel inferior and superior to the point where your feelings are hurt if people are not giving you accolades. If people are not pumping your head up all the time and feeding your ego, you are offended by it. That's crazy. That is crazy, y'all. Like, this was a very interesting subject because I've heard about narcissists before. And you see it on TV, especially reality TV. Like, people just throw that word around, narcissism and gaslighter. So it all like meshes into this thing of, most of the time it's like aimed at men. So it's like all men that cheat are narcissists. Like, that's where they go. That's where they go with it. So but that's not it. That's not the only thing. Because first of all, it's not gender specific. A narcissist can definitely be a woman. And just because you cheated on somebody don't make you a narcissist, or just because you're in denial, you could just be a flat out liar. That doesn't make you a narcissist. Like, a narcissist can be brutally honest with you and stand firm in what they said and not have a problem with it, and it just like rips you to shreds and they don't care. That's a narcissist. Like, so it's not even about being a liar. It's just like, yeah, I don't care about your feelings. This is how I feel. This is what I want to do. And like, how I couldn't imagine being with somebody like that. Not just in a relationship. Like, I couldn't have no friend like that. I couldn't be around a relative that was like that. I feel like we're gonna always be arguing, debating. Like, I can't. I can't. Like, let me give you an example. Y'all tell me if y'all think this is a narcissist or not. Reality show. I don't know if you all are familiar with Real Housewives of Atlanta. It was what season? I don't know what season it was. I can't remember what season it was, but Drew Sidora and her husband Ralph. Apparently, marriage is shaky. Ralph out here playing around with the girls. Okay, Ralph is for the streets. Let's just let that be known. I mean, Drew might be for the streets too after that last season. But anyway, so Ralph goes. I want y'all to tell me, do y'all think this is narcissism or gaslighting? Because, like I said, I began confused with the two because they both have similarities, but I think narcissism is more so, it's all about me. I did this for me. I don't care how you feel. And then gaslighting is like, what are you talking about? I didn't do this. Even though you did it, you're making the other person feel like this is all, you're making this up all in your head. It's like blatantly just lying and completely dismissing your feelings. Like, you only feel this way because you're making all this up in your head. I don't know where you're getting this from. So I think Ralph was being a gaslighter, but let me tell you a scenario. Okay, they married, live in the same house. They're giving this perception that they're happily married. Okay. This man goes away. She doesn't know where he is. He's gone for 3 days. Now, this is husband and wife with children living in the same house. He does not travel for work. He was gone 3 days. And she was calling him to try to see where he was at. He wasn't answering the phone. He would not respond to her. He would not tell her where they were. Now, I think they did have an argument or something before he left, but he did not tell her he was leaving. She just came home and he was gone. She called him. He wasn't answering the phone. She didn't get any answers until he got back home. So basically, he was gone for like a weekend. Okay. This man came back and she was livid. She ready to go out, sit down, have a talk. Like, what's the problem? Who are you? Are you cheating on me? And he like, I just needed some time away. Why are you this dramatic? Why are you being so dramatic? I just needed time to myself. I can't leave and have time for myself. I can't have a moment. I can't like, bro, I don't care what kind of me time you want. You couldn't call and just tell me where you were. Or when you was leaving, you couldn't run that by me. Like, we got kids that go to school and stuff. Are you not a part of this everyday routine where our kids go to school? Like, how can you just leave and not be in the household and not tell your wife and not say where you at or nothing? Yes, he dipped off. He definitely dipped off. That's narcissistic and gaslighting. Yeah, it's like both, right? She said, child, we have some issues. Oh, major issues. Like, for real, in real reality, if I was on a reality show and my husband did that, people would not, like, they wouldn't be able to film what really happened. Like, in reality, what really happened, because as soon as you walked in that door, like, I'm tripping for no reason. Oh, the cameraman would have been holding on to their cameras for dear life. Like, everything would have been flying in their house at your head. Like, you telling me I'm overreacting and you was gone for 3 days? Didn't answer your phone? I don't know what has happened to you. You could have been kidnapped. Anything. I don't know what you dealing with. You could have got snatched up. You dealing with a mob that they come and get you. You hanging somewhere. Like, okay, caveman say I'm getting extra, but I'm just saying. We talking about a man in Atlanta. These men be doing all type of stuff in Atlanta. Like, they be really into some stuff. So it's like, or you could have been gone. Like, and now I'm thinking, was you cheating on me with a female or a man? Like, we in Atlanta. Like, for real. First 48 dipped off and got dipped. Kiki. Like, it's crazy. He said, we been lunch with the kids. Y'all too funny. I'm gonna show you what no communication look like. These hands. Okay. The kids and the darts. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. Snap season 443, episode 345, because you could have communicated that. That was sorry. I can't. Ain't no more moments. When you married, that's what you said, Carla. That's that ring is. Ain't no more moments when you married. Listen, I wouldn't even mind that if you could come to me, because I ain't gonna lie. My husband gonna have to understand. Like, I definitely want, like, well, I'm not gonna say definitely, but unless my house is big enough, I always said, like, if I still had like me a small, cute little condo to myself that I can go to when I want to have some me time, like, I don't see what's wrong with that. If that's really, like, you just gotta know your partner. That's really what I'm doing. I'm going, me and my girls want to get together. You ain't got to be up in the house hearing us cackling and doing what we do for girls' night out. We're gonna go do it at my little 1-bedroom condo with the huge closet and all the girly stuff that I just love and that I can't have in my room because I share it with a man. You know, it's gonna be over there. Or if I have my 2-story closet, then I wouldn't need that. Because then we could just be in my closet. We can make the walls soundproof. But I don't see anything wrong with that if that's an agreement between the two and there's an understanding, and then you also know there are boundaries. Like, okay, you gonna have, even my husband, you want to have your little condo where your guys hang out and where y'all go chill at. You might not want a man cave in the house. You might want to have your separate little condo, whatever. That's fine. But number one, like I said, it goes both ways. You shouldn't mind me having access to your camera in your place. You shouldn't mind me coming over there. You know what I'm saying? Not saying just popping up, but like if this ain't no secret hideout for you to be doing something with the side chick, I mean, it should be fine. Like, what's wrong with it? But nah, a guy like Ralph, he was definitely like he just gave me narcissist vibes, but in for that particular situation, he was definitely gaslighting her. But he could not like even when they went to counseling, he told the counselor that he laid out this dinner for her, right? And it was nice. Don't get me wrong, like he had a violinist playing, he had rose petals trail to the table where it was a candlelight dinner where I think it was like steak and lobster. And it was real nice or whatever. But at that moment, he didn't want to talk about none of their marital problems, and she brought him up. And he was upset that she brought up their marital problems at this nice dinner. So when they went to counseling, he told the counselor that he wished he wouldn't have gave her no steak and lobster dinner. The way she acted, she deserved a Lunchable. Yeah. Yeah. It's about pizza or crackers. It don't matter. Like you really just told this man that no, I'm saying the counselor. You really just told this man that your wife deserved a Lunchable instead of steak and lobster because she bringing up a marital issue over dinner that y'all couldn't talk about before because you was gone and then found out you was gone in Tampa for 3 days. Like you weren't even in the same state. You went to Tampa. Like she said, dead man walking because I can't even a Lunchable. Hey, Kiara girl. He said she need a whole Lunchable. He should have been slapped. Right. He was trying to kiss her tail with the dinner, but then turned around and disrespected her. Yes, he said that, Bridget. Dogs eat dog food. You better know it. Listen, y'all. So I have some more things on here about narcissism. Give me a second. I wanted to play like a little game with y'all. So I have these different phrases, and the phrases says to is this name some basically name something give a phrase that a narcissist would say. So she said Ralph triggered me from saying yeah, Ralph was a trigger for a lot of women. Because Ralph was one of the men where he go to church, the family love him. You know what I'm saying? Like he really from the looks on the outside and everything, because even like he had a nice body. He not too hard on the ass. He wasn't all that cute to me. But yeah. To me, Sonya Ross' husband was the best looking one on there right now. Him and Apollo was like the best look, and I don't do light skin like that. So them the only two like handsome husbands on there. So the rest of them be having the audacity to even cheat. Like, yeah, because that'll be my words, the audacity. Look, Zaria did already started. It's not that deep. She didn't already put in some phrases of what narcissists would say, a narcissist response or phrase. So what y'all think about this one? She said it's not that deep. That's the phrase. It's not that deep. That's what a narcissist would say. I think I can agree with that. I think I can agree with that. Because they're gonna make you think like it's really not that serious, or you know what I'm saying, they don't care about your feelings. So they're like, girl, child, like it's dismissive. It's dismissive. That's the word I was looking for. Another one is you taking it the wrong way. I don't know, because I think I said that before. Look, what we at on the spectrum? Do they always say this, or do they say it a few times? Like let's you know, there's a narcissism spectrum, guys. Okay, and how frequently you do these things determines where you are on the spectrum. And if you're high on the spectrum, remember they said that you might have a case of NPD. And then if you have this case of NPD, you have to dig deeper because it just may be genetic or uh, neurobiological, which means your brain and your behavior is influenced by your environment. So it's like all that in one. It's like it's around you, it's in you, it's how you act, it's who you are. Again, that's crazy. I don't even want to go back to that subject no more because that's really deep. I'm going. Oh, the narcissist that I know would tell me when it came things he did for my kids. So what you saying? I'm doing you a favor. Is that what you're saying? I'm doing you a favor. So you said like they telling you when you like if you complain to them about what they doing, they saying back to you, "Oh, I'm doing you a favor." Okay, a narcissistic gone gaslight by any means. Yeah, a narcissist pretty much is going to gaslight you. So it's almost one and the same, but I think narcissism is more mental versus gaslighting is just you playing in my face. You lying and you playing in my face. Narcissism, I guess you're supposed to have a little bit more grace because this may be something mental that they need help with, they can't control. Because gaslighting you can control. Like nigga, stop playing with me for like my niece said, I'll be on the episode of Snapped. Another saying, you are overreacting. Yep. I think they go hand in hand with saying like it's not that deep. Like you doing too much. You overreacting. What you mad for? Don't ask me that. What you mad for? I don't know. Some people might not know what you mad about. Because if they just not like thinking like you, because you probably could have got offended or mad at something that they probably wouldn't. So then maybe they just can't relate or don't see it that way. Because I think as well too, you can know the signs of a narcissist if you express your feelings to them. So the only way that they can dismiss your feelings is if you expressing your feelings. I feel like so if you express your feelings to this person and then they completely dismiss you and then they flip it and say, oh well, you should have did this to me and then this would have happened to you, or if you would have did it this way I wouldn't have hurt your feelings because I wouldn't have had to do that. It's like that's their attitude. Like it's always back to like I'm the superior, you know. So they kind of feel a sense of entitlement. Like if you do everything the way that I need it to be done, my reaction will make you feel great. But if you don't do right by me, then that's not my fault that your feelings are hurt because you didn't do it the right way. It's given like that. I wouldn't be able to deal with that. What you say? My bad. I meant do it. Yeah, okay, I see you. I got you. Sorry, I'm trying to go through all y'all phrases, trying to make sure I don't miss nothing. I'll call her right now. No, cause y'all already got a script. Oh, I'll call her right now. I think that's gaslighting. You want me to call her? You think I'm cheating? You think I'm cheating with her? You want me to call her? I'll call her right now. Yep, call her and put it on speakerphone. And don't tell her you on speakerphone. Cause who you playing with? They always say, well, if you feel that way, then I apologize. I don't know if that's narcissist. I think that's just somebody that can't relate to your feelings. Because I feel like a lot of people say that. A lot of people say, "I'm sorry you feel that way," or "If I made you feel that way, I apologize." Like, I don't know. I think that's really that's shaky. Calm down. That gets on my last nerve. Calm down. Fred, you just want to pop off. You don't want anybody to tell you to calm down. Ooh, you a Virgo. You probably did get rowdy. You probably did need to calm down, but then still express. So you gonna break us up over one little thing. Yeah, if he say that, you gonna break up over this little thing. How many times has this little thing happened? Because it's definitely the pattern. And that's what it says. It said in the definition, it says excessive. So it has to be a lot, like a lot. This is happening a lot. Like it's making you feel heavy, you're not happy, you feel negative when you're around this person. Like they're gonna have a negative energy. Or actually, I take it back. Let me go to it because two different types of narcissism. So it says people with grandiose narcissism are most likely treated as if they were superior above others during childhood. These expectations can follow them as they become adults, and they tend to brag and be elitist. Those with grandiose narcissism are aggressive, dominant, and exaggerate their importance. They are very self-confident and are not sensitive. So that one, I feel like a grandiose narcissist would definitely give off negative energy, right? Yeah, like tit for tat. Don't play in my face. Yes. The same thing that will make you laugh can make you cry. Okay. You ever say, hell no? Yes, because if I'm calm now, I'm irritated. If you She said, I probably did, but approach me softly. Yes, now I will say that. If I'm already revved up, you cannot try to match my energy and be revved up with me. You need to approach me calmly to calm me down so we could get somewhere. Both of us yelling and talking crazy to each other. I ain't saying me yelling and talking crazy is right, but let's focus on what we focusing on. We're trying to get me to calm down. If you want me to calm down, you can't match rah rah with rah rah and think it's gonna settle. So somebody got the calm one. Somebody gonna have to be the bigger person in the situation at some point. The problem is if it's only one person always being the bigger person and sacrificing their feelings to calm the situation. It got to be both of us got to be trying this, but sometimes one of us might get a little too hyped than the other, but the other person has to keep that calmness and be like, okay, I see you getting worked up. I'm not gonna go there with you, so I'm gonna let you calm down, and then we'll discuss this later. Like somebody got to be the person to do that, or it's gonna get reckless. It's gonna get reckless, and then we're getting nowhere. No resolution. Oh, not sound like your son, cousin. Yeah, that grandiose narcissist is that's something else. So they will be aggressive and dominant, coddling and unchecked egocentrism. Oh, okay, needs with the words breeds narcissistic people. Put that on a t-shirt. Put that on a t-shirt. Okay. So the other type of narcissism, remember we said grandiose. The other one is vulnerable narcissism. This behavior is usually the result of childhood neglect or abuse. People with this behavior are much more sensitive. Narcissistic behavior helps to protect them against feeling inadequate. Let me say that again. Narcissistic behavior helps to protect them against feeling inadequate. So even though they go between feeling inferior and superior to others, they feel offended or anxious when others don't treat them as if they're special. So if you're not pumping my head up and telling me I'm special and making me feel entitled, making me feel superior, making me feel like I'm above it all, I'm gonna have a problem. That's a vulnerable narcissist. Two snaps in a circle. Hated it. Why did I just say this out loud? Hey, bestie. Like, that's crazy, though. So, from so much neglect, you grow up with this sense of entitlement to feel pumped up. So, you didn't pump yourself up so much because of the neglect that you experienced, you expect others to pump you up the way you pump you up. And that's not realistic because I know I'm going to always be my number one cheerleader. I'm going to be the best cheerleader I can be. Like, nobody's going to be able to root for me harder than I root for myself. So if you expecting somebody else to have that same level, you're going to always be disappointed. You're going to be disappointed a lot because you can't expect people to support you or root for you or push you like you can push yourself. It helps if somebody else does it, but it's not your end all be all. You got to know how to do that for yourself at the end of the day. I encourage people to be self-motivated. I send encouragement affirmations out to my loved ones every day. Because in my mind, just a little bit of something every day, you never know how that can affect a person and change their day just by a simple word of encouragement or affirmation. So, but if I don't send that, I don't want those people to feel like, oh, my day is going to be horrible because I didn't get the scripture or because I didn't get the affirmation. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then they're taking it out on everybody else for the rest of the day. that's 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 narcissistic behavior. It is. Oh, you say that dude, both of them. You need to run, cousin. Here, a grandiose and vulnerable. His brain might need to get scanned. Mm-hmm. Sounds like a special case of loneliness. Well, neglect and abuse, it probably will take you there. It probably can make you feel lonely because especially if you're a child and you're getting this treatment from your parents. Who do you really have? Unless you have siblings you can confide in, or maybe someone at school, or so. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have an outlet, yeah, you're gonna feel lonely. You're gonna feel like nobody's around. As for an adult, I don't know. It's 2024. Like, people that feel like they bored or don't have anybody to talk to, like, they have like all these sites where people can chat and talk to each other. Like, I don't know. You get to that point of loneliness, like, what? Why not take the chance and go talk to a stranger? You know what I'm saying? Whether it be by yourself, like, go outside and talk to a stranger. Then, like, go meet people. And maybe that's just me. Of course, I know everybody think and feel differently, but I don't know. I'm such a social person. I can go somewhere by myself and end up leaving with like 3 new associates. We didn't exchange numbers and everything because we done had a whole 2-hour conversation while I'm at the restaurant or bar or store or something. Like, I'm always talking to people. So I don't know if I ever like internally feel alone. Like, sometimes I feel like nobody is there for me. Like, when I'm in need of something, I feel like, I've had that feeling, but I didn't feel lonely. Like, I feel like I've always had someone to call, at least one person I could call. a lot of times I just choose not to, because that's just me. I think I'm mature spiritually, where I feel like every time I'm going through something, I don't need to tell somebody about it. I just need to give it to God and let God handle it. Because sometimes having too many people in your ear, or having too much people say so many things, can like further confuse you or have you questioning things. So outside of counseling, you know, I talk to God a lot, and I don't talk about a lot of issues to other people nowadays. What's up, you guys? My sophisticated. I love chatting with y'all. But you know, we on this old internet, so it's still some stuff. Woo! He got neglected by his parents, and the grandiose came from getting raised by his grandmother, who acted as if he never did anything wrong, and hanging with yes men. Yeah, that sounds very toxic. I dealt with too many narcissistic people, and I'm starting to look at myself like, WTF? I'm doing to what I'm doing to attract these people. Like, is something wrong with me? Um, Not necessarily something wrong with you, because that may be that these narcissistic people can be attracted to you, not so much as that you're doing something wrong. This is my bestie, y'all, so I could talk to her like this. I've always told you that sometimes you are too nice. Because you're such a friendly person and you get along with just about anybody you come in contact with, people latch onto that and they take advantage. And that's why I used to be that friend, y'all. When we somewhere, I used to say out all her new friends, because I know how generous and nice my bestie is. Like, sometimes you literally have to tell her, no, stop. Do not send me anything. Do not buy anything. Do not, no. You know what I'm saying? Because she's just so kind-hearted. That's just her. But everybody does not deserve that. And I'm glad she learned that. My bestie know how to say hell no. It's up to me. Was that narcissistic, what I just said? Oh my God. Yes, Bridget. We be getting on God's nerves because we just talk to him. That's it. God be like, girl, again today. I be like, yes, for the third time. Good morning. Especially them nights where you can't sleep, child. I be talking. Yes, therapy and God will do it. I'm still learning my relationship with God. I'm beginning to see how important that is. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Friend, I'm telling you, it's the best thing ever. You feel so light. And I don't know. I think where I am now, because of just my life experiences, I've learned to trust God more, because I feel like with things I experienced in life, he has shown me that he's always going to be there for me. He's always going to be with me. And I say this because it's like, when I say I really feel favored by God and I feel special, oh y'all finna take me there. But it's because God has really came through for me in situations where it was like, I need you right now. And how we always say our timing is not God's timing. It has been times where I literally, this testimony, like, I literally got fired from a job and got hired for a job within 24 hours. And I was about to go crazy, because although I kind of knew I was about to get fired because I went off, I wasn't prepared to lose that check. And I was really going through a really bad time in my life. I was in a really dark place already in my life. And I remember just boohoo crying in that shower after what happened to me. And literally, by the time I got out that shower and wiped my face and dried myself off, I got a phone call to come in for an interview. Went in that interview. She was like, come right now if you can. It was like 8:30. I was like, I'll be there at 9:15. Like, literally, I was boop, 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 boop. Just got out the shower, child. Let me get myself together. Ass puffy and everything. I did not care. I went to that job interview. I was hired on the spot that day. So I literally went from one job to another. And I'm sitting here. crying. Like I was in that shop, like, God, what did I do? I was regretting everything I said because I knew why I got fired. I knew when I walked out that door from snapping off, I knew I wasn't gonna have no job no more. Like I knew it. But I instantly regretted it when I thought about what I needed to do and where I was at in life right then and there. That was not right. And because God knew my heart and God knew I made a mistake, he graced me so much, and he he just had so much grace and mercy on me that he instantly fixed the issue. And that has happened multiple times in my life where I feel like God just was like, boom, okay, fix it. Some need to get paid, get a check in the mail, don't know where it came from. When I tell y'all COVID, I know so many people owe me some money. It was God. I'm telling y'all, I'm sorry. I know this just went somewhere else, but I'm telling, like, having that relationship with him and talking to him every day. It ain't all about Father God, name of Jesus, and Jesus God, Father Abraham, asking, like, you don't got to pray like that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what he looking for. He looking for you to just be vulnerable because he already know. So by you talking to him, just like you talking to your friend, just like you call your friend and say, girl, like, like, I'd be like, okay, no, God, like even when I get frustrated, like, it's real because he knows you. I'd be like, God, now I just got this word at church and I'm trying to do right. And then you gonna allow this to happen. We say we blame him all the time. And God, you gonna allow this to happen when you see me. You see me, God. Like, it's been those times. I'm like, I don't understand. Why is this happening? Because you see me. You see what I'm doing. You see the plans I'm making. You see the vision, me writing the vision down. Why are you allowing these stepping stones and this stuff to get in my way? Why are you allowing this unexpected deaths to happen for me to grieve and be locked up in the house for 6 months and don't want to go outside? When this was the year I said that I'm about to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, we blame him for everything, but he always showed himself. He always showed himself worthy and righteous. God is good, y'all. I love him so much. And friend, I'm telling you, keep talking to him, keep seeking him. First, seek ye the kingdom of God. Okay, seek God first. Everything else will be added unto you. When you seek him first, he's going to give you his knowledge and his wisdom. Live for him and his will for your life. Baby, I'm telling you, even with the bumps in the road, baby, he gonna grace you enough where you will be able to jump with that bump and keep on rolling and be like, all right, hey, we just had a trip to Six Flags. That was fun. Next. Okay. That's the mindset you start to get when you stay with him and you stick with him and you follow him and you talk to him, and can't nothing detour you, can't nothing turn you away, can't nothing change your mind. I've been so consistent and adamant about so many things, and I feel so lighter and I feel so sure about so many things, and I don't even see it. I'm just sure though, because I'm like, God showed me this. I know God told me this. How am I seeing this? I didn't see this stuff on TV, like the stuff God showed me. I don't see everything on TV. He showed me, and his promises are yay and amen. So it's gonna happen. Let me stop preaching, y'all. Let me go. Yep, he know your heart, your pure heart. He wants us to be honest. Yes, I love y'all tapping in. Y'all better tap in. He is amazing. All the time, sissy. Hey, sissy. Bridget say he's better than good. Okay, he's gooder than good. He better than good. He good. Child, he lamb chops with some good old potatoes good. See, some shrimp and grits good. Okay, he's some garlic parmesan crusted salmon good. I'm hungry, y'all. Yes. Yes, Lord. He that Mississippi pot roast good. Okay, with some baked mac and cheese. Hallelujah. And some greens and cornbread and some okra. Okay. There's nothing that can separate me from the love of God. Yes, Carla. Yes. My filter short. Okay. I'm telling y'all. Gail said that she hungry. Sakara to her, he's totally the tiger. Great. He's great. Yes. Yes, the okra cousin. You gotta have the okra. I am an okra eater. And fried green tomatoes too. Yes, he all of that. But I'm telling y'all, listen. So if you be honest with yourself, if some of the stuff that we talked about tonight about narcissism, if you can identify with it, don't, don't think, don't label yourself as that. Don't think you are that because you may have identified with something. Remember, this is something that you have to do consistently and excessively. Just look at the people around you who are surrounded by you. Check your circle. Ask the people around you how they really feel about you. And if your friends and family can't be honest with you about how you make them feel, then you might need to think about who you got around you. But I feel like if the people around you are somebody that you love, you can go to them and ask them like, "Hey, do you feel like I'm insensitive to your feelings? Do you feel like I disregard or dismiss your feelings?" So you can see like what are people thinking about me? Like what am I giving off? You don't want to give off narcissistic behavior, and you may have some of the traits, but that doesn't mean that's who you are. So don't let the enemy creep up in your heads today after we get off this lab to make you think you're a narcissist and you need all these changes. Like every last one of y'all on here, most of y'all I know, and y'all are amazing people. So nobody on here is a narcissist if you ask me, but we all have room for improvement. And with keeping God with us, that's definitely what's gonna happen. Ain't no way that you can live for God and not change for the better. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. So let's just, if it's something we identify with, let's just take that and work on that. Add it to that list that we got to do every day anyway. Okay. It's always gonna be something to do. All right. It's always gonna be something to work on, y'all. So let's keep pushing and just know that if we got God with us, it's gonna happen. We can accomplish it, we can do it. We just gotta put in the work. It's easier said than done. But again, God is our strength when we feel weak. Okay. Keep pushing. Okay. I feel like heavily. Okay. Okay. Heavily, old country self. No, I'm not doing that. It's my business to treat others accordingly. True. It is your business to treat others accordingly. I agree. I'm just saying for those who may not be able to identify that within themselves, they may need a little help and maybe listening from the constructive criticism of others that they love and trust, that may help them. But I get what you're saying. It is according to you how you treat others. So yes, but I love y'all. I appreciate this conversation. Yes, self accountability is amazing, friend. And we talked about accountability last week. So yes, self accountability is amazing because I'm gonna say this before I go, y'all. When you can take accountability for your actions, it does not matter whether you were right or wrong in that particular situation. When you take accountability, you can stand on business about what you said and what you did and still walk away from that conversation with two people okay. Because now listen, I can say, hey, yes, I said this to you. I'm sorry that I made you feel this way. Although this was not my intentions, I apologize and I'm sorry. What I said was supposed to be said out of love. That's all that I wanted to give you. Or if you said that issue, you was like, I said what I said, you can say, I said what I said. You may not have liked it, but I stand on what I said and I said what I said. So let's agree to disagree. And I'm sorry I hurt your feelings, but I had to say what I said. That's still accountability. That's not dismissing your apology. I'm sorry I made you feel bad, but that don't mean I'm sorry for what I said. That's accountability. Again, whether it's right or wrong, because then that person can know, Oh, well, she's standing on business. She said it, and now that person can see you for who you are. Let's move accordingly. Let's move accordingly now that I admitted to what I said. Right or wrong, I have to stand on how I feel. Now, if I'm wrong, I can apologize. Absolutely, cousin. If you're wrong, apologize. That's basic, right? We know that. I'm going to apologize if I feel sorry. I'm not going to apologize just to be saying it. But taking accountability is like, okay, I did this part too. I'm wrong for doing this. So although my feelings are hurt too, I hurt your feelings. I'm sorry for hurting your feelings. Now, how you decide to move on, you'll leave that conversation sure about whatever the decision was between you and that person. That's basically what my point was. You're not going to leave that conversation confused. Once you take accountability, you can walk away okay with either not being with that person anymore or moving forward with that person. And you're both okay with that, regardless of what it is, because we both took accountability. We both apologized. We both came, communicated what our boundaries are if we're going to move forward, or we both gave our well wishes, no hard feeling, no ill wills. God bless you on your journey. And we good. We both good. That way, if I see you years down the line, I can speak to you and say, hey, how are you? How you been? Because we ain't leave bogus. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to act like I don't know you when I see you in the same room. If you got to give somebody that energy like that, it's still something there. Period, point blank. I could be accountable without being sorry. I may have been sharp, but I meant it. Exactly. I said what I said. I'm sorry. It hurt your feelings, but I meant it. People can't handle it though. We'll talk about that another day. Whew. People can't handle when you just sometimes brutally honest. That ain't for the weak. But again, y'all, I did it again. I waited to the last minute. To post this link for the Mother's Day brunch. There are still tickets available. Early bird tickets are no longer available. So I am going to post this link. I'm doing it from my phone, y'all. So give me a moment. Give me a moment. Okay. Let me know if it's in there, y'all. I'm going to try to pin it. But again, this is our Mother's Day brunch. It's disco themed. Okay. And we have mimosas. We have buffet brunch. It's going to be a great time. We have live entertainment. Of course, we got the DJ coming courtesy on the ones and twos. So it's going to be a good old disco time. Okay. I need all you jive turkeys in the building. Because we're going to be dressed for disco. It's going to be giving disco. It's going to be giving Soul Train. It's going to be giving Funkadelics. All that. Okay. We coming with the hair, the bell bottoms, the glitter, the glamour. Y'all might see me on some skates or something that day too. It's disco. You don't know what you're gonna see at this brunch. I'm telling y'all, this is another epic iPop event that you do not want to miss. It is on Mother's Day, 12 to 4 p.m. You have to have a ticket. There will not be tickets sold at the door. So please purchase your ticket. I'm telling y'all, this will sell out. Tickets have been selling, and I cannot hold tickets. Everything is purchased through Eventbrite. So make sure you guys click that link, get your tickets. There are packages available for 2 and 4 people. You do get complimentary bottles of champagne with your package purchases, and you get a complimentary mimosa with just one single general purchase. I'm telling y'all, y'all want to be here. Y'all know, most of y'all in here, y'all know how I get down. So it's going to be live, baby. It's going to be live. Oh, okay, Bridget. We praying for a successful and speedy recovery. Okay. We love you, girl. Okay, y'all see it. Cool. Y'all share this, okay? Remember when y'all tap in with me, share, like, subscribe if you're on YouTube, hit the notification bell so you will get notified when I'm going live. I just appreciate y'all so much. Once again, another week going down. I'm staying consistent. Y'all helping me so much. I love y'all for sticking with me. Let's keep going. Next week, we'll have more conversation. Um, my guest that I was gonna have tonight probably will be the guest next week. So we may talk a little bit more about narcissism, but we're gonna add some more to it. I actually have 2 more topics that I want to talk about before this month is out. So stay tuned, y'all. Hope to see y'all next week. Enjoy the rest of y'all evening. Love you. Good night.